It's time for match number 19 of CPL 2020. The Barbados Tridents take on the St. Lucia Zouks. Let's build our fantasy team then on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricket 4. Right, let's go to our pro tip first up, prepared by Gaurav Sundararaman, and then I'll get his thoughts directly on this game. And our pro tip suggests the previous meeting between these two teams was a shortened game, which the Zouks, of course, won. Mohammad Nabi was man of the match, and Roston Chase took a couple of wickets. So back all the spinners again in these extremely slow and dry conditions. So that's what you've gone for, GS, and I think the Barbados Tridents would be having sleepless nights, just like me, after the way they went down against the Trinbago Knight Riders.
Yeah, and the conditions just don't seem to be favoring any of the batsmen. It's an extremely very tough situation for all batsmen in all teams. How much ever they try, the scores are at very mediocre and subpar level. So I think with the way the pitches are heading, I don't see too many high scores. So it's always better to back the spinners and hope they continue to deliver for your team.
All right, let's go to our team then. And before that, a quick reminder on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, 100 credits for every user to build their fantasy team. You can pick your players from 4 categories available. That's batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. Every player's individual credit value is listed on the app, and you can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team for any particular contest. Let's move to our top picks. Our captaincy recommendation, not for the first time, maybe not for the last, is Mohammad Nabi. He's been outstanding, the Afghanistan all-rounder, stellar performer for the Zouks with 9 wickets and 120 runs in the tournament so far. He took 5 for 15 against the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots and has been the go-to player for the Zouks. So don't look beyond Nabi, who's already bagged 3 Man of the Match awards in CPL 2020. Mitchell Santner's featured pretty strongly in our fantasy selections as well. He doesn't have to bowl a lot in the tournament. As we've seen, he sometimes gets 3 or 4 overs and sometimes doesn't get his full quota. But he has taken 5 wickets so far at an economy of 5.20. He's the type of bowler who is perfect for these slow and dry pitches and therefore our vice-captain choice. Among our top picks, Rashid Khan. Now, you might be wondering why Rashid Khan's not up there. I'll have GS give a comment on that. He has been a captaincy favourite for a number of times in our fantasy selection so far, but he's not quite had the tournament of his highest standards just yet. This time around, we've not picked him for vice-captain or captain. He's taken 8 wickets, but has been expensive in the tournament at 7.5 an over, which is high for Rashid Khan's standards. And the last time these two teams met, he conceded 24 from 2 overs and picked up a couple of wickets. Rakeem Cornwall is there as well. We know he's a bit of a hit and miss at the top of the order with bat. 83 runs from 59 balls. That strike rate pretty good. And he opens the batting, which does give him the best possibility to give you points, and is an option with the ball, even though he hasn't been used as much. Quick reminder, Mohammad Nabi is captain, Mitch Santner is vice-captain, Rashid Khan and Rakeem Cornwall. Now, a lot of viewers will be wondering why no Rashid Khan is captain, GS.
Yes, considering the conditions, a lot of other spinners like Mujib and Nabi and Sandeep Lamichan have all gone below 6 runs per over, and they have also taken wickets. Whereas I think batsmen tend to play Rashid very carefully, and they don't give their wicket to him because they know that the Barbados attack is kind of surrounded by Rashid and Santner. So that's why Rashid doesn't seem to be a great prospect in fantasy cricket. He doesn't take those 3 or 4 wicket hauls, and he is also going for runs. So yes, Rashid needs to slightly up his game by his standards, and considering the pitches are suiting spinners, we would expect more from Rashid.
All right, so there you have it. That's why Rashid Khan doesn't feature among captain and vice-captain choice, but he does feature in the team. So don't leave Rashid Khan out just yet. Let's go to our value picks. A couple of very valuable players for their team, starting with Kyle Mayers for the Barbados Tridents. He's been an unsung hero of sorts among a team that has a number of international names. He's been the top run scorer. He's been among the top run scorers in the league and has been very consistent. He's got over 200 runs already at an average of over 30 from 6 innings. He's also, of course, a very handy seam option. Roston Chase is there as well. He's been pretty good with the St. Lucia Zouks and perfect in these conditions, which are not as easy to bat on. 5 wickets and 156 runs with the bat. Plays a big role for the Zouks and is in good form. Quick reminder, Kyle Mayers and Roston Chase among our value picks. And our full team features Andre Fletcher and Johnson Charles as keeper options, Mark Dale and Corey Anderson, as well as Mohammad Nabi as our captain choice, Roston Chase, Jason Holder, Kyle Mayers, Rakeem Cornwall and Mitchell Santner, who we've recommended as vice-captain, and Rashid Khan as well. GS, any last tips that you'd like to give our viewers before signing off on this one?
Yeah, Mark Dayal is another name to watch out for, and if he gets going, he can also score a lot of runs. So apart from him, all the others seem to be automatic choices, and let's see who comes out on top.
I'm very curious to see how Rashid Khan responds to us dropping him as captain or vice captain, which is not often in our videos for Fantasy. Thank you very much to Gaurav Sundararaman. We'll get more from him as the CPL 2020 moves on. And make sure you look at the final 11s after the toss to confirm your fantasy team. We'll be back with plenty more analysis and data to help you pick your fantasy team on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo.